Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going today? So, today's date is now Friday, August the 23rd, and we are going to do a market analysis on Bitcoin. It's been a few days, it's been a while, it's been a minute since I've updated the public. Therefore, let's have a really good session today. For those that are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Philakone, and I've been in the crypto space now for about 9 years. Started in 2015 in my parents' basement with mining Ethereum. And here we are 9 years later, still working in crypto, still working towards this next upcoming bull market. I've been through 2 major bull markets and 2 major bear markets, so nothing surprises me anymore. And after 9 years of being in the market, I've accumulated a tremendous amount of skills. And with these skills, I hope that I can inform the public with everything that I know and especially capitalize on this upcoming bull market. So for those that are new, welcome, and I hope that you enjoy the content. So it's been a very long time since I've updated my trading material. So because of that, Philakone course version 3.0, Mastering the Day Trading Markets, it's actually coming out on September the 4th. So my previous day trading courses, it feels outdated. And because of adaptability being very important in the market, I'm finding that a lot of the older strategies that I use, they need to be fine-tuned and optimized. So this inspired me to create something completely new. And this course will consolidate all of my knowledge into a streamlined and easy to follow guide, starting from the basics and advancing to the mastery concepts. And what's unique about this course is that it's going to highly specialize in just 3 powerful strategies. And these strategies are simple to understand, but challenging to master, and their success depends on patience and discipline. So you must wait for these perfect setups to come to you. And the beauty of these strategies is that you don't need to have a deep understanding of market knowledge to understand them. Yet they offer an incredibly high probability of success once found. And this course will place a strong emphasis on how to identify these setups. And when you do, your chances of winning these trades are extremely high. So get ready to level up your game, guys. On September the 4th, that's when I plan to release it. And then after that, I'm heading out to Poland for my 40th birthday, where I'll be spending a whole week there. So I'm very excited about that. Let's jump right into it, guys. So right now, Bitcoin has been, the first thing that you always have to do is take a look at the macro picture of how Bitcoin is trending. And this to me is a very bullish type of pattern that we've seen many times before. So I always identify trend lines, and as a technical analyst, I find that there's always a psychological factor to doing technical analysis. If people always see the same things, there's a good likelihood of something occurring at these particular moments. So we see that Bitcoin has been trending above the 4-day chart over here, where it makes a very tight parallel channel that's sloping to the downside. And every time we've actually hit these particular levels on the lower trend line, we either end up bull trapping a little bit, or bear trapping rather, to the downside heavily, and then we bounce back up, and that's usually been the case. So there's been many bull traps, there's been many bear traps across the board. What was the most significant bounce that we have seen so far since the beginning of this massive bull run is this particular candle, which to me signals extreme bullishness because it's a huge doji candle that ended up rejecting literally 20% to the downside. So because of that, we have to give it a lot of credit. Not only that, ever since the beginning of this bull run in November of 2023, or 2022 rather, since we hit the bottom, what we have found is that the chandelier exit indicator has always held as a very true support. So the chandelier exit is a measurement of the volatility. And if there's a bullish volatility, what you're gonna see is a green line. For example, in a bullish market in 2021, we see that the chandelier exit held the entire time leading up to the top of the first April high here at 64K. And then after we reached started the bear market, we see that it's been trending red for about 400 days or so. And then finally it breaks to the green side. Now, mind you that ever since we've hit a bottom, every time before, there have been periods where we've switched from green to red. It's happened many times before. But in this particular case, every time we hit the green chandelier exit support to have a bullish volatility, we ended up bouncing above it, which is very significant. As you can see, we got close to there, close to there, close to here, very close to here as well, close to here, close to here, and this one was very significant where we got a huge bounce above that green line. So to me, this just screams out bullishness in every way. Now, I'm just going to talk about some typical patterns that we see. So a very typical pattern that we see in the market is, for example, some sort of triangle. The triangles can come in many forms. It can come like a perfect triangle like that. It can slope upwards. It can slope downwards. It can even be an ascending triangle. It can be a descending triangle. It can be a rising bearish wedge. It can be a falling bullish wedge. And what you're going to see, if you guys have not noticed, in the past 18 days, Bitcoin has actually been making this particular pattern. So we see that this has been extremely strong so far, and it's coming to an epic conclusion very soon. So this pattern here is very easy to identify and recognize. And we see that with this pattern coming to a conclusion, it's going to eventually reach an apex. And with the apex being reached, something drastic always happens. So we can see a perfectly formed triangle. Not only that, if you take a look at, for example, the chandelier exit indicator, we've actually trended bullishly for a very long time now above, for example, the 6 hour. So see the 6 hour bullishly hold here, but I'm going to change my multiplier to, 3 is fine. Yeah, 3 is fine. So we see that on the 6 hour, this has been the main chandelier exit support that's actually been holding. So this is going to come to a very epic conclusion before 6 more days. Most likely just a few more bounces, and we're going to be able to tell the direction, whether it's going to go upwards or whether we're going to probably end up dropping to lower prices around 54K to retest. So I believe that the next upcoming few days is going to be a crucial test for Bitcoin to see which direction we're going to break. Now, the top would be the top of that channel that we saw over here. It may not necessarily get to that exact range and that exact date, but I'm more so indicating the direction that it can go. Of course, it can be a lot further down the road as well over here. But either way, something is going to happen at the end of this epic conclusion that's been holding now for 18 days since we reached the bottom in August. So I believe, like, if I had to make a wild guess, this is an ascending triangle. Therefore, I'm most likely led to believe that there's a higher chance to rally to the upside than to the downside. So I personally think that if I had to make a wild guess, we're most likely going to hit $66,000 or 65 around those ranges. Higher likelihood to hit there. But if we don't break to the upside, then of course there's a major chance for us to hit back down to around the $54,000 and even lower. So right now, there's a lot of signs that are pointing towards bullishness. For example, on the 2-day MACD, you see that the chart is crossing to the upside over here. But that's not always going to be the best indication, because there's been many times where it looks like it's about to cross to the upside, but then we end up getting a huge crash to the downside. On the daily chart, we see it trending to the upside, so the momentum is actually with the bulls right now. So if we break to the upside, this is going to be great news. We can see the 12-hour chandelier exit hold bullishly as well with a straight line going to the upside. So let's say that we broke down. If we broke down below the chandelier exit indicator around this $57,000 support, there's a 100% chance, in my opinion, we're going to get down to $54,000. But the key level right now to watch out for this breakout would be $61,000 and $800, because this accounts for all of the wicks reaching right up to the top. So I would say this is a very good price range to watch out for. 61,800, 61,900, 62,000, around those ranges. And this would make a very good opportunity for you to end up taking a long position either on an altcoin or perhaps on Bitcoin itself. I personally will be longing 10 Bitcoins if we end up breaking above around $62,000, because then there's going to be a very high likelihood of hitting anywhere from $65,000 to $66,000. So I just wanted to give you a very quick summary in 10 minutes, and that's exactly what we did. So just to summarize the video, there's a good chance we're going to break to the upside. And if we do, we're going to hit between 65 to 66K. But if we fall to the downside and this ascending triangle ends up breaking to the downside, if we break to the downside and then $57,000 also breaks, there's a 100% certainty in my mind that we will head back down to $54,000. So stay tuned, everybody. I appreciate you watching the video. If you enjoy the content, all you got to do is show me some love by hitting the like and the subscribe button if you haven't already. And make sure you're also subscribed to me on Twitter for the latest updates. And stay tuned, everybody. On September the 4th, my new course will be coming out, and that's something you don't want to miss. It's going to teach you 3 crazy strategies that if you keep practicing, you're going to see some huge experience gain, and you're going to have an arsenal of strategies up your sleeves that can be used in this upcoming bull market. So everybody, have yourself a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.